Hey yo, hello, welcome back. We streaming. We back to streaming again. We making a cabinet. Yo, watching Simon draw furniture. Yep, I'm back. It's so fun to just do fucking rusty textures. Like I don't think I can ever get sick of just doing rusty textures. I'm addicted to the rust. Uh, a certified tetanus enjoyer. And we do some streaking as well. God, I mean, like nobody does it better than me, no? Look at this shit. Yeah, I'm so fucking excited to put this cabinet together because like look at that glass. That glass is gonna look so good with like items inside and shit. Oof. Oof. Certified cabinet enjoyers in the chat. Any cabinet enjoy. Oh, I'm trying to be more like a streamer, alright? Just bear with me. Any cabinet enjoyers in the chat? Give me a C for cabinet. Type C for cabinet. Dot. Oh fuck you. Come on, I'm trying. Let me. Yeah, sure. C. Okay. Damn. Screw me, I guess. Dresser enjoyers, dude. We have beef then. I don't got a dresser. Got a cabinet. C. There you go. There you go. There's some cabinet enjoyers. Okay, there you go. I'd say that's a pretty good back view. Um, and then the front view is literally just. I think I can just. No, I can't. Yes, I can. No, I can't. I'll just draw it again so it's unique. Okay, where's the. No, that's the sketch. Front view. Hold on. Gotta. Back. This is the front. Why is it? Oh. It's gonna be such a good fucking cabinet. You call yourself a cabinet enjoyer, but you're drawing. But you're a drawer at heart. You got me. Got me. I'm more of a whatever the fuck that is kind of what? An armory? What is that? What is that? A what? French cabinet. Oh, okay. I never knew I'd enjoy drawing just a cabinet, but it's happening. Okay. Okay. That's the front. That. So just the top left. Um. Alpha into mask. Select opaque. Top of the cabinet. And what is what I'm listening to? It's a commercial. Valorant commercial. Out of all the things, I've never been tempted to play Valorant in my life, but it keeps throwing them into my fucking gullet. I feel like the algorithm for commercials just doesn't know what the hell to do with me. Honestly, I feel compelled to give my own information just so I can be less annoyed by ads that actually fit me. Because it doesn't know anything, it's just throwing me absolute garbage ads. It's like, I feel like it'd be better if I helped it out. Uh, when I frost my glass by taking the pastry gun and just spraying and praying. Yeah, the glass is dirty as fuck, but I think that's good. I and yeah, just the more texture is always better. There you go. That's the top. I'm gonna use that for the shelves on the inside as well. Uh, and now I need another door as well. Hold on. I also want to make the door have a little bit darker outlines. The outlines are a little soft. Go. And now what? I make the height map first. Hold on. Also, I need to just change the color a bit. Transform mirror and then select the out. Yeah. I will make the transform the door. But what I'm why I'm not doing that right now is because I need to make a height map for all the things as well. So I'm thinking I should do that first, so when I duplicate it, I don't, I'd only do it once. Okay, so this is door. Is this door? No. So all of this is door. There you go. Okay. Now we make the height maps for everything. Those aren't going to be that hard, because it's very plain. Oh, also I need to add my lovely filter onto everything, Hold on. Add filter mask. Nope, that's a height map. Artifact. Posterize. Oh, look at that. Ooh, look at that. Look at that fucking crispified back view. Might be a little too crispy, actually. Hold on. We might want to crease it a little. See which works. Holy crisp. Oh, actually. Yeah, I think this one works. Let me add it to the other parts and then we'll see. Bang. Yep. Bang. Ooh, the glass gets nice. I like what it does to the glass. And the top. Nice. I don't like those little specks though. Fun. There you go. Nice. Deep fried cabinet. Yep. Okay, now we do the height maps. Let's do the back first. So I select the whole back. Oops. Lower its opacity so I can see what I'm doing. And we're gonna do jet black. And okay, so this backmost panel is gonna be the darkest. And then this outer edge is gonna be, so I think this and this is the same depth. So the next highest thing is this. probably go a little brighter than this. Yeah, I'll go a little brighter. Also, I could, hold on, I can do this and just crop the inside of this. That's faster. But I'm still gonna color the edge of it. Because I don't want it to be perfectly crisp. I think there's a beauty to it being not perfect. There you go. And then I can add some like really vague texture there. It's a little bumpy and all that. Okay. Then we go the next step up, which is here. So I'm gonna make that a fair bit brighter. That. And also like this part of the legs. There you go. And then we go a lot brighter. For this edge. There we go. That should work. And we do that here as well. Okay, that is the back. So if I add filter mask, edge detection, height map to normal, there you go. That's pretty much what I wanted. With the little roughness, you can see. Could have probably added that. Yeah, I could add that everywhere. A little, just to make the surface not as smooth. There you go. That's might be a little too much. A little less. There you go, yeah. That works. Oh, I could add more of it, like, down at the bottom where the rust is. Because that would surely be more textured. Like that. There you go. Okay, shove that in there. That's the back done. Now we do front. Do you have any idea as to how far the size and length of the game is? It won't be. I'll try to keep it as small as possible starting off. I don't want a big game. I want a simple, replayable loop. Select opaque. Okay, and we just pick the same colors as we did for the back. Okay. Okay, and also these parts have to stand out. Okay, see what that looks like. A bit of grit. Okay. Oops. I keep pressing the wrong button. Add filter mask. Okay. Okay. Okay, good. That's the front done. Now we do the door. Or the side first, I guess. Front. Gotta name them. Side. Top. Door. Eh. Well then. Do I need to add the glass to the... Probably. That's creepy. Okay, there we go. Put that under the group. Okay. Oh, I'm doing this again. There we go. I keep pressing the wrong buttons. Okay, could I? Oh, yikes. Nope. Yeah, that... I'd have to push the whole glass out to make that. I don't really need to. Okay, it's the side. The top doesn't really need much. We'll roughen it up a little. When am I gonna stop pressing the wrong button? There we go. There you go. And lastly, the front door. Look. Now I can duplicate the door. Okay, and I also need to move the door somewhere else. I could just extend this, I guess, by another bit. And resize canvas width. Guess we can. Give me a sec. So at the moment the canvas is 650. Oh, that's not a 5. 640. 640. Let's do 896. Yep, that's good. Probably enough space. Okay. Take door. Okay. Wait, why is there that weird edge? Oh, that's on the edge of the canvas. Hold on. Move it back. Image, trim image to size. Now there shouldn't be anything. Yep. Seems good. Wanna add a bit of color here. There you go. Now it's good. Control C, Control V. Mirror door. Layer, transform, mirror horizontally. There you go. Move that to here. good. And I'm gonna change up the crack in the window as well, because obviously if that repeats literally next to each other, it's gonna look weird. It's gonna be better if it is a little different. There you go. Okay, now we also add keyhole. Like in the middle. Okay. I need to go into the height map. Also add that doorknob. Okay. That. And now, lastly, I just need the doorknob from the top. Literally just that. So I can have it from the top. Does it need a height map? I guess I'll just give it a... Huh? Oh, okay. Hold on, I'll be back. I'm back. I've returned. Took a while, but I'm back. Okay, where were we? Oh right, I was making a this. There you go. There you go. Okay, that should be all the components. I think. I have the doorknob. One. I have. Yeah, that's everything. Okay. Now I just gotta, turn everything on. That. Wait, did I add the... Yeah. Okay, filters on that one. Filters on that one. Filters on that. That filters on. Front filter on. Back. Filter on. Okay, there you go. That should be everything. So let's save as PNG. Yep. Cool. More environmental props? Yeah. I'm gonna make a whole room pretty much and populate it with props. Okay, that's this. Can a normal map have a transparent background? Probably, right? There we go. Save as cabinet normal. There you go. I mean, we can check in Blender anyway. So let's do that. Blender. Hello. Can you see Blender? Yes, yes you can. Okay, cool. So literally what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna move this away. We're gonna Shift A, image mesh plane, and then add in cabinet. There you go. There's our cabinet. Right. On shading, we need to change this to closest. That fixes it, right? Yeah, the glass looks a little weird, but that's probably fine. Yeah, it's fine. Then go shading. We need a texture image texture. And then we need a normal map. Nope, nope. And we open the cabin. Closest. On color. Color there. And then we can like just up the strength, check if everything's good. Look at that. Yeah, seems good to me. That is pretty much sort of that like bumpy, rusty feel I want. Okay, cool. Now we just put together the box. So how I'm gonna do that is I'm literally gonna like just duplicate this over and over again. And I can also check on the normals. Base orientation. Yeah, cool. So, okay, what do I need first? So front and back. So Shift D. Get back. There. And then I'm just gonna trim. Oh, hold on. Nope. Where? Nope. I should have zoomed in. Why the fuck can't I? Oh, right, it's because it's behind that thing. There you go. So we just want the back with this. Okay. Wait, where's... Okay, there we go. Then Alt H. We'll line them up properly later. Then we do Shift D. There. Rotate it. Nope. Yep. I'll just cut the top off just to make it neat. Chrissy's cool. Can just... hold on, let me remove this first so it doesn't annoy me too much. To move this a little bit. Yeah. Okay. This angle does not help. Look, am I gonna just sort of guesstimate it? It doesn't have to be perfect anyway. Go. The front and the back is actually quite... It's already lined up. Okay, there you go. Look at how good that looks. Holy shit. Then we Shift D again. I move it over here. There. Up a little more. There you go. And then, oh yeah, I can take the... I'll move another version of this over, just to save it. Because I'll do that for the doorknob as well. God damn it. Shift. No, it's Control. I keep forgetting if it's Control R or Shift R. It is Control R. And I'll duplicate that for all the shelves inside as well. Now we need the doors. I'll shift. They aligned. Up a little more. Forward. Yeah. I will shift E. Another version of that. Hide it. Okay. This one needs to be a little further back than the other one. That Alt H, and we do the doors again. There you go. Can move this. Overlap the other door. And put a little bit further forward than the other one. Okay, and now for the doorknob. There we go. And then we can take the top of this and then just scale it down. And first we need to Oh, also I need to remove the whole ass front. There you go. Okay. Okay. Let's do that. Control. How do I? That. Control A, was it? How do you... Forgot how to apply all the things. Select. What was it again? What was the thing to hold on. Enter. Apply. Transforms. Object mode. Control A. It is Control A. I have all the things selected. Control. Transforms. There you go. Yes. Okay, cool. And then I guess I can also, that's good. Okay, now we shift. Put it at the bottom. But I don't really want to, like, reduce the scale of it, because then the pixels are going to be off from everything else. Oh, also I'm just realizing this edge. This edge is good. We scooch it in. This edge could be a little. It's probably a better way to do this, but eh. There you go. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, just gonna cut off the edges that are outside the thing. What is it to make an... Forgot. I'll just cut it this way, doesn't matter. cool. Now we have a bottom. And then I'm gonna duplicate this again. And gonna make it the tiniest bit shorter for the shelves. Let's see. There you go. And those can be the shelves. Let's just add, say 3. There you go. Ta-da! And it's a cabinet. We've made a cabinet. I can also add cuts to this to move it outwards, which might be nice. But before I do that, I'm gonna check the normals of everything. Oh my... Look at... Tilak.
โอ้ตู้
Yeah.
ว้าวเปิดให้ดูหน่อย
Huh?
ทำไมมันเป็นอย่างนั้นอ่ะ
เขาต้องเอานี่ของมันใส่ตรงประตูก่อนอะนะแต่
เหมือนตู้จริงๆด้วย
yeah rendering shading closest, yeah, it is closest. Okay, because the normals in here compare, so I don't want to use this as a check, because it says like, oh no, this side is red and it's on the outside. That's wrong. But the weird thing is, it's different from within Blend. It's different from within
ที่เราอ่านคอมเมนต์ไหน
Godot. So I want to put it into Godot first and check it in there, so I don't like that top bit. Hold on. There you go. It's nicer. So I'm just gonna select the whole thing, and I'm gonna save it first as well. Select the whole thing, export, blah blah blah, include selected objects, and call this cabinet test. There you go. And then we can shove that into Godot and look around it to see how the light works. Because if it's wrong, then we can change it. I think I did it right. There's only one way to find out. Cabinet test. And it's itty bitty. It's tiny. Holy shit. Hold on, let me share my screen. There you go. Hello. Look at the tiny cabinet. Oh boy. Okay, how much did I scale the table? Table is scaled by 2.5. I'm gonna make that 3. And then I can scale the cabinet by 3 as well. There you go. Okay, let's move you over and see what you look like. Hello, cabinet. Okay. I'll put you here. It's a little small, but... Okay. So the top has the correct stuff on it. Is there a way where I can just move this around without... Oh, hold on. I'll just move the whole ass player. Okay, so the top is correct, which means all the shelves on the inside are correct. The back is correct. The side is correct. What about the other side? Other side is wrong. It's not lighting up like this. So we need to change this side. What about the front? Oh wait, never mind. I abandoned the fucking light source halfway through this. Hold on. This side's right. This side. Oh, it is right. Okay, cool. It's right. So it was correct that the normals in Blender aren't the same as in Godot. Yeah, you can see that lip down there disappears when I go underneath it. It is casting it from the right direction. What about the front? Front is the doorknob's correct, and to me it looks like the doors are correct as well. Let's go. We got the cabinet correct. Now I can like add the lips to this where the stuff sticks out, but do I have to? I don't think I really do. I think it's fine the way it is. One thing I should definitely do is make these door hinges closer though, because from a top-down angle you can really see that there's just a fucking gap there. I might need to add a lip to the top of the door. That might be good, because it might be a little hard to tell when the cabinet's open in game. No, you'll be able to tell. Yeah, look at that. It's good. Works. We're good. Okay, I'll just add the. We'll just do it for fun. But in case I get something wrong, I'm just gonna duplicate this, move it over. But pretty much. So hold on. First of all, let's move this closer. Okay, so what I should just be able to do is if I just add cuts to cuts to where the edges are, like that, I should just be able to move it outwards. That. I don't think I need to add another kink in it. It's fine that way. Yeah, literally just do that. I can do the same here at the bottom where the legs come out. Here. And then cut it again. Could cut it there. This work? Yeah. Just that. done. So just a tiny bit of dimension added to it compared to this. So yeah, that's the cabinet done. Hooray. By the way, why chose to be a top-down view like at Darkwood? Because I think it'd be the easiest to do. Even though I'm making it more complicated than it has to be by making each of the models like this. But the issue is I don't know how I would do character models. Hold on, I gotta... I'm not quite sure how I will do character models yet. To make it fit within an environment that has this look, you know, because then that means I need the characters to also have some dimension to them. So file export cabin test to include selections. Export. Center to 2D sprite would probably work fine. Yes, but what about other characters? What about enemies? If the enemies are on the edge of the screen, that means you can see the sides of them, which they don't have. So that makes everything else look flat in comparison to the environment. So I'd need to find a way to deal with that. I'm not sure how. Okay, let me import cabin number 2. Cabin test 2. Here is cabin number 2. Already looking better than cabin number 1. Yeah, that looks good. Cool. Hold on, I'll show you. Display capture. Here it is. Here's the second cabin. So this is the first one we did without chamfering the corners. And then this is the second one. Looks a lot more solid with the corners angled. Still, everything else is still the same. How big did I make this? Is this smaller? No, it is. It isn't. It isn't. It's the same size. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. And then I can just make a variant with like open doors and stuff like that for animations, etc. I can animate the door opening if I'd like to have them be scavengeable, you know. Yeah. Also, I think I'll need to make a separate shelf from the top, because it is very obvious that it's just the top duplicated over and over again. And because we cut it to shape, it does not have a black outline like all the rest of the parts, which make it stand out. So, and it wouldn't be painted as well. That doesn't make sense. So yeah, I'll make a separate shelf, because I have space in the sprite sheet anyway. The sprite sheets has some extra space left. Though that means I might need to make the cabin again. Unless I can just, like, I don't know. I'll probably need to make the cabin again, which is fine. There you go. Why not make simple models like Disco Elysium? Well, even simple models take a lot longer than just drawing a 2D image. If I made a model of this cabinet, personally, for me it would take longer to model that, to texture it, and to UV unwrap it and all of that, than it is just to draw 2D images and put it together like this. Same with characters. It's a lot faster for me to draw a character from the top than it is for me to model an entire 3D model and then rig it. No, first UV unwrap it, then do the whole textures, then rig it, then animate it with the rig and all of that. Like, that's a lot, you know? So, oh, just make a simple model. It's still a model, you know? So if I can find a way to make everything be drawn, it'll be a lot easier for me. So for the cabinets and stuff like that, I have it figured out. Like for the objects, I have it figured out how I can make them, you know, objects that have a level of dimension to them. But I don't have it figured out for characters yet. How I can make a character look nice next to this from a top-down angle. Where's the light source? Let me take a nice screenshot of this because it looks nice. Got it, makes sense. Yeah. So what I thought was I could make slices of characters and then have them be made out of like multiple slices, so when they're like off angle, you can still see like a height to them. But the issue with that is it doesn't really work as well. And also, like, how many slices do I make? You know, if I just make a slices for the legs, that doesn't work because legs are really long. So I'd need to make a bunch of little small slices, and that's gonna multiply the amount of work I need to do to animate it so much instead of just doing a top-down. So I need to find something. I'm not sure yet, though. But yeah, happy with the cabinet. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, I need to make a shelf for it. I need to make a shelf. Wants to see what a bunch of layered sprites would look like. Oh, well, you can a lot of games do that, or not a lot, because it is really hard to do. Or not, it's not hard to do. There's like programs and stuff for it, logic for it that you can use. But like to animate something like that is hard. Like I've seen games that do that that make like objects and stuff for that. Or if your character has that with the multiple layers, then it's like a boat. There's a guy who makes a game who's making a game where you like are a pirate ship, and it works with that because the pirate ship is basically static. You know, there's no moving parts to it, and that works really well. But if I don't know how you'd make a person with it. Like, someone mentioned Endoparasitic. The second Endoparasitic game also does what you're saying with the multiple slices, but it only does it for the walls, the furniture, the environment, and the characters are flat from the top down. But because the perspective of the game is so, like, narrow, because it's a horror game, it's really closed in, you don't really notice it, and he can get away with just elevating the flat character sprite off the ground and adding a drop shadow to it to make it dimensional enough or fit in enough with the environment. But that means like basically I can completely forego the issue I'm having with making the characters work if I just compress down the POV or the FOV of the camera completely, because then it's technically just a 2D game, right? So the more FOV I allow for you to see at the edges of your vision the sides of objects, the more that top-down character issue becomes apparent, right? Things in the middle of your screen, no problem at all. Like your player character, no problem, right? Because that's in the middle of your screen. You don't see the sides of it. Doesn't matter. Enemy characters, that's where the issues start. How do I make enemy characters? Because with how nice the objects look from other angles as well, I really do want to keep quite a large amount of that FOV that you can see objects from the side. But yeah, how is that gonna work with characters? I'll figure something out probably. I'm smart, you know. I'm smart. I'll figure something out. But yeah, I think that'll be enough. Sorry, the stream was a little short, but I gotta take a break a little bit, and then I'm gonna make like a sink or the floor texture so I can start like actually putting things into the scene. Um, It's the right scale, right? Yeah. I'm just thinking if the so the base. Hold on, let me show you. Here. So the base bean, you know, the base bean. I didn't change the size of it at all. It's literally just added in the thing, and whatever size it was, that's what I made it or left it as. Let me check. Yeah, it's the original size. So I'm guessing it's in scale with like a human character. It feels like they made it that way, because if each of these boxes are a meter, it's like a meter wide. It's a bit bigger than a person, I guess. Like if it looks big, because probably if you cut a person out of this shape, then it would be the right scale. So it's a little bigger than you'd think it is. But if I just scale everything, like this cupboard or this cabinet is the right scale. That's a good sized cabinet compared to the character. Same with this table. I think this table is good. Maybe. Maybe? Yes. Yeah, this table is fine as well. So these two, these things, the cabinet, the table, and the character are in scale with each other. Obviously, it's a little hard to tell because the sprite for the character is floating above everything, so it looks larger than it is if it was like here in the middle. But yeah, I think I'll just base the scale off of this, because the scale is really important when it comes to like physics and stuff. And I think the physics are good. Like, it doesn't feel floaty or anything. If I made it too small, it would feel floaty. But I don't think it feels floaty. Well, now I'm floating off the fucking platform. Yeah, I can always just increase the mass of him, I guess. But yeah. Also, the objects don't have like self-cast shadows the same way as in Blender. It's probably something to do with the light source, though. Because, for example, this light does give shadows to items on themselves. So there's probably a setting on this light that isn't on any of these lights. Probably because of performance. I feel like that would fuck up the performance real bad if I make this light have everything give the proper shadows. We can try though. Hold on. So let me check. What does shadows? What's the difference? Spot the difference. It's this. Does this have this? Does anyone know which one it should be? I suggest the camera angle or tilt a bit when you move in a certain direction. I feel like that's gonna make you sick if the camera tilts in a certain direction when you move or like look. What am I trying to do? Hold on. Yeah. So specular. What is specular? So specular is the shininess, right? That makes it like the weird glossy thing. Shadows. If true, the light will cast real-time shadows. Ah. That's what it is. Okay, shadows, and then, yeah, opacity. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah, that'll be a little heavy probably, but it would be really nice. Check reverse cut if true versus the back face culling of mesh. This can be useful when you have a flat mesh that has light behind it. No idea what that means. The trends. Fuck is this doing? No idea. Normal bias, offset the lookup. Self-shadowing artifacts? Oh, right. Bias. So just shadow. That doesn't matter. Okay, but yeah, hold on. Let me walk around with this. Oh boy. Yeah, that'll do it. Does look a little weird though. Yeah. Like I'm looking at the cabinet. Definitely makes the cabinet look a little weird. So I prefer looking at it without shadows. I can just intentionally make things inside darker. Like just do it with colors to fake it. I feel like I'd do that instead. Yeah, but why is the cabinet shadow so weird? Hold on. Like, look at that. That's a complete fucking mess. Is it? Yeah, it's cause it's considering all of this as shadow. It's either shadow, yes, or no. Which means it's like this weird jagged edge. In Blender, it was doing it a bit better, where it was just the shadow of the beams, which looked really nice, like here. Like this looks really nice, and then just don't care about the glass. There's probably a way to do that. There's probably a way where I can make the glass a separate yeah, I can probably set that in Blender somehow where it's like, oh, cut out this section and then just say that doesn't exist when rendering shadows, just don't think about it. And then it'd be a lot cleaner. So yeah, I can probably make the cabinets look a lot nicer. than what they do now. Yeah, I'm proud of it. I'm happy. So let me write down what I need to do before I take a break so I don't forget. So, make shelves. Shelves. And floor tiles. And walls. I think I can do walls as well today. Okay, I'll take a bit of a break. Maybe I'll stream again, maybe not. We'll see. But I'll end the stream for now. Bake the shadows into the texture without having to repaint it. What? Wonder if there's a way to bake the shadow into the texture without having to repaint it. What do you mean? Because I didn't really draw any shadows. Right? I didn't draw shadows, really. I drew, like, ambient shading, or like, everything's really flat. Like, look at the door. It's like barely anything. Yeah, it'd probably be nice to have objects get darker at the... Well, don't really need that, no? God, look at those shelves. Look at those cabinets. Yeah. If I fix the glass, it'll be so good. The shading. But like the shading on the table is really nice as well. Also, the way the reason these guys look a little weird from each other is because I bumped up the normal map on this really high, so I could see if anything was wrong with it. So that's why it looks like crunchified as fuck compared to the bookshelf, which seems like a lot nicer. So when I turn that back, it's gonna look fine next to other things. But yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm gonna go now. Bye.